What's up with it, bro?
What's the word? What's the word? What's up with it?
Nothing much, man. Introduce yourself, let the people know who you are.
Yeah. This your boy, Foolie Mane, Foolie Mane, Mane. St. Louis representative, Jacksonville, Florida representative, DPE, Dead Presidents Enterprises, the mob, the mafia, whatever the fuck you want to call it, you feel me?
Why the name Foolie Mane?
My big brother, Bloodo, he used to say, like, the nigga just always making up crazy ass sayings and shit. So he just be going around calling motherfuckers Foolie. So everybody that like hang around us be joking and shit. Like, everybody be calling each other Foolie. So I wanted to change my name, because my rap name, at first everybody knew me as J Caesar. So I wanted to come up with something that was a little bit more catchy, a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, relaxed, not as serious, not as hip-hoppy. So shit, I was like, shit, I'm going to just be the main Foolie, goddamn, because I know it's other motherfuckers named Foolie, especially like in Florida and shit. It's like that's a saying they be saying. I was like, shit, I'm going to just be the main Foolie, goddamn, be like, you know what I'm saying?
What's your connection to for? You say Jacksonville representative?
Yeah, shit. I was born and raised in St. Louis, but goddamn me, like, my teenage years and, like, you know what I'm saying, like, growing up, and, like, as far as the streets and shit, I learned all that shit in Florida, goddamn me. I stayed down there from, like, high school on up until I was, you know, early adult, and then I came back to St. Louis.
What would you say is the big difference between Florida and St. Louis?
Shit, back then, it was a lot of difference, because, like, especially, like, with Jacksonville, like, land-wise, it's, like, the biggest city in the United States, but, like, building-wise and shit like that, goddamn, it was, like, a lot of land, swamp, and, parts that ain't really connected to the rest of the city and shit like that, goddamn, a lot of, shanties and projects and shit like that type shit. So, back then, it was, like, I want to say a little bit more rural than St. Louis, because, like, you know how in St. Louis everything packed in and close together. Yeah. Out there, like, when I used to go to school, I went to school downtown, but I stayed on the south side at one point, goddamn me. So I used to have, like, to catch a bus, city bus, like, one bus would be an hour just for me to get to school every morning type shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, everything would be hella for. And that's one of the biggest things, shit. Ain't no hiding in St. Louis, motherfucker. Right around the corner from your ass, on my mom.
Shit, down the street.
Damn right, at the next stop sign. When this set of houses is these niggas, when you get to the motherfucking stop sign, it's a whole nother set of niggas. They just all go to the same corner store or the same school or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. How would you describe, you say you grew up in, I guess, partially in Florida. So I would guess, how would you describe your upbringing in Florida?
Well, by the time we got down there, I had already, you know what I'm saying, like, I was in adolescence, so I had already experienced, like, the life here.
Yeah.
We took St. Louis shit down there.
Type shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit we used to do down there with my siblings and me and shit, like, the kids down there used to be like, what the fuck? Like, hitting motherfuckers in their head with bottles and at school, you know what I'm saying? Stabbing on motherfuckers. My sister and them fighting groups of girls at the bus stop, hitting them in their face with heels and shit, goddamn me. Like, that's some St. Louis shit, especially back in the day when everybody ain't had guns, goddamn me. Like, this type, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Palace and Skate King and Saints and 1212 and Club Legit and all that shit back in the day, that's what it was, motherfuckers throwing their hands, goddamn me. Down there, motherfuckers like, what the fuck? Like, these kids is, you know what I'm saying? Even with, like, you know, you know how it is in the hood, like, struggling and shit. Sometimes motherfuckers gotta do what they gotta do, even when you young, whether it's stealing or whatever. We used to do shit like, you know, like, everybody first lick. Most criminals, if you ask them they first lick, they always gonna say the piece of man. That's all. That usually be the very first lick. On my mom, them niggas down there, the kids, like, they ain't know nothing about that shit. We was already doing that shit up here at 12 years old. Call the piece of man, snatch it out, run, or call them to a Baco type shit. You know what I'm saying? Take the pop gun from the dollar store, spray paint that motherfucker black. Hey, boom. So when we started doing that down there, we looked up, everybody was doing it. Goddamn, all the little kids. I'm talking about everybody eating pizza. Like, goddamn, for real.
Went down there and turned them people out.
Hell yeah, shit. They sent my mama a nuisance letter to the crib. Like, we'll pay for y'all to move back to St. Louis.
Like,
Your kids is terrible, for real. Everything that happened down there, they be like, if them kids from St. Louis, cause we shit. And then we was the target, cause we was the only motherfuckers from down there. Everybody down there, it's the South. Most of them related, and it's just me and my brothers and sisters, goddamn it. And then the other little kid, you know, like Florida, a resort place. So a lot of people from other cities moved there. Like it, especially depending on where you live, it's real hard to meet a motherfucker who family been down there more than 20 years or so. A lot of them motherfuckers be from New York and all type of shit. So the other little kids who was just moving down there like us, when you look up, we done rallied into a whole little gang, goddamn it. It's us against the goddamn Florida kids. So we, you know, shit, after a while we became Florida kids, but shit, at first that shit was tough, goddamn me. I ain't had dreads, you know what I'm saying? And then you gotta think, I'm talking about like 06, 07 when motherfuckers was still on polo shirts and just the crispy, clean look, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't as edgy and rugged as it is now, goddamn me. Motherfuckers was crisp, clean type shit. I went down there with that shit. Them niggas looking at me like I'm crazy. Nigga, what the fuck you got on, boy? We don't wear that shit down here. Them niggas down there was still wearing bows and soldieries and shit.
Oh, man.
Yeah, on my mama.
Now, how did you initially start making music?
My mama was a singer. She used to sing with Kirk Franklin them back in the day. Background singing. She did this lady that sang gospel that just died not too long, like a couple weeks ago. Her name like LaShawn Pace. Mm-hmm. She's with a group called the Pace Sisters. My mama did background for them. She used to fuck with Tamela Mann and Mr. Brown and them back in the, like I'm talking about back in the day when it was Kirk Franklin and the family type shit. Like she used to sing with this lady called Garnell Hubbard Spearman. And it used to be a gospel label in St. Louis, and they had a big building downtown. Like I remember going in the big ass building in the studio, recording with my mom and them when we was little type shit, you know. Then she wouldn't really do like too many lounges and shit like that, but she'll sing around. Then it got more into singing in church and shit like that. So I did that from like age of 4. Shit, had a little gospel group with my siblings when I was a kid, and then shit, once I hit about I want to say 12, I went to Central Catholic on Jefferson, right across from JVL and shit. And this lady named Dr. Shirley LaFleur, rest in peace. I was reading poetry in class one day, and she told me, "You should rap. You should make that into a rap." And me, my boy Anthony Blue, and my homegirl Christina Bell, she still sings to this day. She a gospel singer now. She do weddings and shit like that. But we had a little group back in the day. Won the little talent show at the school, goddamn me, and shit. We end up getting to go to Atlanta and recording a little demo in Atlanta and shit. And shit, I've been ever since then.
It's been going.
That like shit, 2004. I might have been like 12 or 13 type shit.
Did you come up in it? You said, I guess in a Christian school.
Both. You know what I'm saying? Like my grandparents, they kind of was well off, so they used to pay for us to go to Catholic school and shit. And then but when I stayed with my bird, it wasn't like that. It was strictly hood shit. So I went to Herzog Elementary on the west on Mimica. I went to Hempstead on Page and Hamilton. Goddamn me. I went to basically them two, and I went to Gateway.
Okay.
And then shit, if it, you know what I'm saying, it was off and on type shit. Other than that, hey.
I would say, what's the song Small Talk? And that song you talk about a lot. I think that's like one of your most used songs with you by yourself.
Yeah. Shit, like I was in the club and I noticed how everybody fuck with Lil Durk. It was that Hellcat at Track Hawk.
Yeah.
On my mom, everybody was on it. So I heard the homeboy playing a beat, and I'm like, damn, that sound kind of like that Hellcat Track Hawk beat. Goddamn, I'm like, damn, let me see if I could, cause if I wanted to rap on that beat, but I'm like, nah, goddamn, it'd be better if I get my own beat. Boom. So the song was originally called, I think like Lil Cat Small Talk or some shit, cause basically it was like, goddamn, like these new niggas. And they just talking small, like they don't really be talking about shit, goddamn me, and not just on no hood shit or no beef and trying to be the toughest and none of that shit like that. I'm talking about just really talking about some shit. Cause even if you a driller, you know what I'm saying, it's a reason why Lil Durk is who he is, goddamn it. He may be a driller, but you ain't just, you know what I'm saying, like you getting some type of feeling or understanding as to why these motherfuckers is doing this shit, goddamn it. One thing Jay-Z, I seen an interview with Jay-Z. Matter of fact, I went to interview, it was a excerpt in his book. And it said people, especially rappers, always talking about being real and being real in your raps and shit. And he said the reason why that's a falsehood and most rappers is liars is because, especially these days, is because you spitting this shit, right? But you not. What happened was people lost the understanding. Fuck the police and cop killer Ice-T and all that shit. People was looking at the outline message of it like, nigga, they saying fuck the police, but they ain't tripping off these. They explained to you why they was saying fuck the police, nigga. They beat our ass in front of the studio, and we, you know what I'm saying, they later fully explained it in the movie, but you ain't really have to see the movie, especially as a black person in America, especially back in them days. You ain't have to see the movie to know what them niggas was saying. You know what I'm saying? So now you slide up on the ops, and all that shit. Why is you sliding on the ops? You know what I'm saying? That shit cool to bounce to, especially when you high and drunk, ooh, and if you really living their life finna go slide on something, that's that shit. But, nigga, when you gonna think like, and for the people that don't do that shit, they just looking at it like you just some type of fucking animal. You ain't even got no rhyme or reason to what you doing. You just killing, not killing. It really ain't no difference between the little niggas out here sliding and killing and the armies, just like the motherfuckers what they over there doing in Europe. Goddamn it, Ukraine and all them motherfuckers and the terrorists and all them. It ain't no difference. But they classified as different things with what niggas is doing because we don't have no rhyme or reason. The ISIS and the Taliban and the Ukraine and whoever the fuck all got rhyme and reason to behind what the fuck they doing, goddamn me. Niggas, we just sliding and killing, and we done let the world forget as to why we sliding and killing. When niggas was talking about that shit in the 90s and shit, goddamn me, Pac, everybody that you niggas wanna claim y'all emulating, even Boosie. Niggas love Boosie, and Boosie started a lot of this shit. But Boosie got song. If you not a real Boosie fan, if you don't know Boosie's story, goddamn me, Boosie is telling you why them niggas was making shit like we out here and you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, the shit that really made niggas go crazy, cause that was the first nigga in the video with guns and choppers and shit. Didn't nobody do that shit since like 50 Cent and shit. Wasn't nobody doing that shit. Boosie brought that shit back, made it big before Chief Keef. Goddamn me, and Rhyme Reason. Even Chief Keef. This whole little generation they modeled after them. And even with him, goddamn it, you go listen to that shit, nigga. They is telling you why, nigga. I live in a city where 800 people, black people, get killed. You know what I'm saying? In a year. And them just the ones that get reported, goddamn me. Like, you literally get shot just walking out your motherfucking house. In this big ass city with 6-7 million people, goddamn me. And we poverty is segregated, goddamn me. We understood that. That's why Lil Sosa and all that shit was so fucking hard. Cause niggas was like, yeah. St. Louis, we, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is not, y'all is not expressing the full extent as to why y'all doing the shit y'all doing.
Don't have no meaning.
Right.
Yeah. Like, even what I was saying, like the song Small Talk, you express a lot of stuff in there that you was going through.
Yeah.
Been through in life, shit.
Yeah.
From you said something about your daughter passing away.
Yeah.
Even about, I guess, coming up, how you say your parents neglected you and how that like how it affected you mentally, shit.
Yeah. And that's kind of like why that was like towards the end of the song. Mm-hmm. Cause I'm rapping about all this little bullshit in between it, cause that's really what it is, goddamn me. I'm just talking shit. But towards the end of the song, it's like, yeah, I'm mentally fucked up in the head cause my parents used to neglect me. Money only interests me. Why these haters detest me? You know what I'm saying? I don't really give a fuck or give a damn. I be chasing this paper. They chasing hoes off Instagram. Like that's basically the premise of the whole song. Y'all talking small, and I ain't necessarily talking big, cause I never talk down on no man, goddamn me. But I'm like holding the mirror up to niggas, letting them see what they saying is not really. You know what I'm saying? You only doing this cause you just as fucked up in the head as I am.
Yes.
You just ain't wise enough to express that shit. Mm-hmm. You think it's all about the end result, which is hopping on with the goofy, the Uzi, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's a reason why you like, oh.
Yeah, because that's what's gonna make motherfuckers feel you. That's what St. Louis problem. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers then forgot, nigga, we live in a place we live in a flower zone. Motherfuckers, like, we live in a literal toxic waste dump where they done spray chemicals on our peoples and all type of shit. Our grandparents and shit grew up
back in the
inhaling in fucking
60s, 70s.
Yeah, like, come on, like, they spraying shit on our peoples and shit. We literally got this shit in our brains and our DNA. We is like, we got the perfect, anybody from here, we got the perfect story. Cause this a place that motherfucker, like, even now that motherfuckers starting to fuck with me on the internet a little bit, motherfuckers from out of town is like, yo, like, even when, like, I went to California a couple years ago and I was battling niggas and shit like that, and motherfuckers was like, damn, St. Louis, like, we didn't even know y'all niggas went like that. You know what I'm saying? And part of that, the shine that motherfuckers getting is cause of Holla and A-Bird, for real, goddamn me, cause them niggas really let motherfuckers know that niggas here can rap, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't a battle rapper, but as far as song-wise and lyric-wise, goddamn me, yeah, I'm letting motherfuckers know, yeah, niggas here do that. We ain't just nigga hopping out on the goofy with the Uzi, goddamn me. We'll fuck your ass up with the boys too, goddamn me. We ain't got a beef. I ain't gotta bang with you. I ain't gotta pop you, goddamn me. But if you wanna keep it strictly on some rap shit, goddamn me, St. Louis got something to say, period.
How do you feel about the St. Louis music scene? Like, earlier today, I don't know if you seen, but on, like, Blanco Tarantino, he made a post that Izzo, I don't know if you're familiar.
He was just going live when I walked in here about that shit.
I'm just gonna speak about what he was saying. He was saying, like, you know, recently, you know, Yvette and Sexyy Red, they just got signed or whatever. He basically making a statement that shit, they kind of run the scene in St. Louis. By the music they create, they ain't, like, making that dissing the ops and smoking on dead people type of music, and that's why their music getting played nationally. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I can't disagree with him because that's what's marketable. The female thing, first of all, females are they have reversed the role. I don't want to use that. Females have taken power. Not saying they shouldn't. You know, it is what it is. So that's a movement that's going strong right now, and music is gonna follow suit, just like politics and every other movement. So with females being on or making their way to the top, and that's what's selling and what's making the money, if they separating themselves from the pack, which right now the pack, as far as St. Louis would be, like I say, hop out, drill music, all that. If you got two people out of that pack and they on a completely different scheme of things, then yeah, they gonna get all the attention. That just mean that niggas need to step their game up and stop rapping about killing and shooting all the goddamn time. Or somebody that ain't really on that need to push themselves to the forefront, which is why now, you know what I'm saying, I've been going hard, because like I say, it's time to show motherfuckers that it's more than just hopping out on the goofies and hopping out on the ops, goddamn me. And no disrespect to the ladies, but it's more than just pop that pussy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you try to leave me, I'm pregnant and all that shit. Shout out. That shit was out when I heard that shit. I said, these motherfuckers hard, goddamn. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's more because it's females here that is just as hot as them. But they don't rap about that type of shit. I've heard records from many of females that's just as hot as them, and they don't rap about twerking and all that shit, goddamn me. And like I say, that's cool, because that's what's marketable. And we need that. We need records that ain't as serious all the time. We need songs that's partying and curless and free. You know what I'm saying? Make people happy and dance. But at the same time, life ain't always a motherfucking party. Just like life ain't always killing and drilling, life ain't always a party, and life ain't always about fucking and twerking and sex neither, goddamn. We need to start having a balance. And that's what'll put St. Louis to the forefront, because for real, every artist from here know, man. Everybody that's in the entertainment circle in this city know. You got a cousin or somebody here that's 1,000 times harder than the shit we hear on the radio. Those people just got economics and platforms, Atlanta and all that shit. We could do the same shit here, man. I'm telling you.
For sure. what you speaking about, like, you know, the drilling and killing type of rap. And I seen that you made a tribute for Young Dolph. Do you think it's dangerous to be a rapper nowadays?
I think it's always been dangerous to be an entertainer, period. Let alone a rapper. These days, it's more dangerous because the internet and social media and people just careless. You know what I'm saying? And clout. Like, I mean, the shit with Dolph was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They still ain't came out with all the details, but basically it was just on some backdoor shit, I guess. Like these niggas ain't got no morals these days. But like, motherfuckers wasn't raised around real niggas, man. These niggas was raised by, I don't know. But like, I'm glad to see that our generation is trying to break the curse a little bit. Especially like, I've been seeing a lot of niggas spending time with their sons and getting their sons. Shout out to you. Nah, for real. First thing I come in here, shorty hop out. Yeah, woo woo. Nigga, I just dropped my son off at school this morning. So, you know what I'm saying? And everybody that's in my crew, shout out DPE. Everybody got their kids. Matter of fact, 2 people in our group just got custody of their sons. My partner, he finna go to California and get his son. Shout out T-Lou. That was on the Young Dolph tribute with me. Yeah. He just got custody of his son. His son all the way in California. He got to go get him in 2 weeks. And then my boy Ted, shout out Tezzy28, he just got custody of his son. So I don't hang around no Rudy Poo ass niggas, bro. I don't give a fuck, like, nigga, how much money you got, how hood street you is, none of that shit. You can't be around me if you don't take care of your kids, bro. Especially with black people, black men, bro. We done with that shit, bro. We done with leaving our kids to these crackers and to these motherfucking devils, goddamn me, to let us turn our kids into fucking animals, bro. Like, look how these old people living, bro. Look how we doing these old people, bro. Old ladies getting ran over with their own cars and shit. Like, nigga, you think I want to be 20 years from now, 50 years old, 60 motherfucking years old, goddamn me, and I can't even leave out my house?
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? You can have a gun, but nigga, you old. Your reaction time then slow down just a little bit, goddamn me. I ain't trying to have to do all that just to get in my car, worry about some young nigga running up on me, man. We got to do better, man.
For sure.
Especially with this rap shit. We gotta do better. And I ain't saying everybody turn to Common and fucking Lupe Fiasco and them and start rapping about Jesus and positive and black power and all this. I ain't saying you gotta do that. But at least keep a reason. Cause if people know the reasons, they can fix them reasons. And then we don't have to worry about the next group of motherfuckers coming out worse than we was, goddamn me. If your reason for doing the shit you doing is poverty, which is what a lot of us claim, how about you let people know that's what's going on so we can fix the situation. You know what I'm saying? At least bring more people out of poverty, and then we ain't got to worry about that shit. Because if the job is being done right, it ain't shit to rap about. My son can't be no motherfucking rapper. Because what you going to rap about? Me beating your ass? That's all you going to rap about. For real. Like, what do you got to rap about? My daddy was a good man and he took care of me. That's what you better be rapping about, motherfucker. Real talk.
I mean, we all been through stuff, you know, as growing up in the city and the world, shit.
Yeah.
Even like with your song, For My Sins, you know, you asking for forgiveness for things you have done in your past. When was the last time did you pray?
Shit, a couple weeks ago, I ain't gonna lie. When I do pray, though, I try to get in depth, man, because I got, you know what I'm saying, so much shit, like, especially with us doing this entertainment shit, man. You know, everybody pray to get their dreams and make it to the next level, man. Like I said, I've been doing this music shit my whole life. And I've been back in St. Louis straight being serious, like going hard with this shit for like 10 years, bro. Like, I'm talking about being on the buses and the Metro links with the CDs, being downtown in front of the 7-Eleven with the CDs, being at the Murder Mobiles on Natural Bridge and Goodfella with the CDs. Got them being at the Killer Mobiles on Cass with the CDs, nigga. Like 2014 type shit, goddamn me. Like using that shit to pay my rent, goddamn me. Like, even, you know what I'm saying? It's a long grind. That's the type of shit I've been praying for, man. My brother, he jammed up. I pray for that. Like, that's what the type of shit I was talking about in the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. I think everybody should pray, even if you don't believe in, like, shit, it ain't nothing but meditation at the end of the day, you know?
Real shit.
Self-reflection is always good.
Most definitely. If you wasn't doing music, what would you be doing right now?
Well, if I never got into music, I probably would be like probably a politician or something. That's probably what I end up doing, low key. Everybody thought I was gonna be a preacher, so ain't no telling. Probably both preacher or something. I mean that's basically what I am. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga hood preacher. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like him. I'm basically a hood preacher anyway. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to my songs, like I say, even the shit that's violent, bro, you never gonna listen to me and not get some kind of message or some kind of clarity of what the fuck going on. Cause I got rhyme, reason in everything I do, flat out.
What's the best advice you've been given?
The best advice I've been given was, well, all the advice, best advice I've ever been given was mostly always from my granddaddy. Rest in peace. And he used to always tell me, the Bible say, be anxious for nothing. Right? And I never really understood what he was talking about until I got grown. Like, damn, every time I get anxious and rush into some shit without thinking first, it always go bad. He used to always say, calm down, take your time, don't be anxious, just let it, you know what I'm saying?
Good.
And always.
So one last question. Just I guess a question I just gotta ask you. I never asked anybody this, first time I ever asked anybody this, but the Oscars. The Will Smith and Chris Rock.
I'm hollering.
If you was in that situation, first I'm gonna ask you if you was Chris Rock,
okay,
what you would have done.
If I was Chris Rock, well, pre-slap, when he walked up on me, my dumb ass, honestly, I'd have probably reached out to give him a hug or a handshake, because I'm guessing they partners, so that would have been my reaction. Like, oh, okay, he coming up the boom. Now, post-slap, after he slapped me, I seen some pictures where it looked like Chris Rock was trying to ball his fist up and he caught himself. I don't know if I'd have been able to catch myself. I probably just swung back, or, you know, while he turning his back, I'd have choked him the fuck out. Something, I don't know, because he walked off and turned around on him. So, and maybe, see, Chris Rock been rich for a long time. That type of shit changed your mentality of looking at things. So, I can't really say what I was doing if I had $100 million. But me now, yeah. Me and Ali would have had to throw them motherfuckers. Win, lose, or draw. Even if he knocked my ass on TV, motherfuckers would have said Foolie stole his ass. He slapped Foolie. Foolie stole his motherfucking ass. Foolie got his ass knocked out. But he banged with Ali on TV. I don't give no fuck.
On the other shoe on the other foot, how would you have handled that situation if you was Will? With the whole speculations, with everything. You know.
Now, see, this was weird, right? All right, now, if I was Will and I decided to still be with her after all that shit went down, right? You gotta have thick skin. First of all, you a celebrity. You not, you know what I'm saying? You is subject to scrutiny, period. Because you in the public eye. That's just like me. I'm deciding to be a rapper. I'm in this interview doing shit like this, putting my face out there. So anything motherfuckers say about me, if they get in the comment and say, that nigga chain look fake, he got on a granddaddy hat, this is my granddaddy hat. If they get on this motherfucker and say his J's look too big for his feet, any goddamn thing, I'm scrutinized to that. Now, I'd be a fool to get in the comments and argue with motherfuckers and let that shit get to me, goddamn me, because it is what it is. Somebody gotta like it for a motherfucker to be able to make it there for. With that being said, that joke was not, come on, bruh. For that wasn't even, first of all, G.I. Jane is technically not an insult, because we talking about a strong woman, that's what the movie about, that outbeat the men and had to do more stuff to become a soldier, which is basically like some Mulan, the Mulan cartoon type shit. Like, nigga, she couldn't do the training and shit, so she did all type of extra shit, became stronger, and cut her off. Because that's basically what G.I. Jane is. Damn, I just thought of some shit. Basically, G.I. Jane stole the story of Mulan. Goddamn, he cut your hair like you would do on my mama, and you strong. Jada Pinkett, you a strong woman. Like, it wasn't really nothing to get mad about. Then they like, well, she got alopecia. That was like, damn, until I found out what the fuck alopecia mean. That's basically just baldness. everybody suffer from alopecia, especially men. LeBron got alopecia, but we flamed his ass. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even let that joke straight get to me, bro. It would have been like, and if it did, it would have been to the point to where I do know, dude. I'm mad because he said some shit 6 years ago. Whatever, he commented on me 6 years ago. Whatever. After the show, because I'm not finna fuck my bag up. I'm gonna wait till after the show, nigga, catch you backstage like how they always do. Nigga, what's up? Woo, 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 woo. My thing is, I don't think he did that out for protection of her. You know what I'm saying? Everybody made it out to be a protect black women thing. My thing was, it wasn't no shit for protecting her because, first off, I ain't never seen no nigga get mad about a situation with they bitch and don't completely fly off the fucking handle. Like when people was saying, oh, she could have stopped him, da 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 da. Nigga, if a nigga disrespect your girl, she can't grab you or do shit. Like, I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even 6 feet. But if I'm mad, especially about, like, come on, bro, even animals do that. You touch a nigga bitch or say, if like really deep down in your heart, it's going down. He didn't run up and bomb off. He ain't truck him. None of that. He walked up and did some turned his back, showing you he wasn't bracing for a fight because he knew dude was soft. Let's be real. Everybody seen Everybody Hates Chris. He used to get beat up by Caruso. The little fat white boy beat him up every day. Come on, bro. Walked off, sat down, right? He could have played it off because Chris Rock tried to play it off like, nigga, oh, Will Smith just slapped me. Ha 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 ha. He could have just played it off. Listen, bro. If they would have played it off and act like it was fake, and then came out years later and said that slap was real, like when LL Cool J beat Jamie Foxx's ass in Any Given Sunday, and you found out it was real after the fact, Will Smith would have got all cool points. Cause you slapped the fuck out of him and sat the fuck back down, nigga, and kept going with the show like ain't shit happened. That's some gangsta ass shit. Not slap him and go back and sit down and then and start yelling and make it. Come on, bro. I wouldn't have did all that. That was some clown shit, nigga. What I would have did, if I felt that strongly to where I had to slap that nigga, if it ain't had nothing to do with my girl, because first of all, as a man, her emotions, if you protecting her emotions shouldn't have nothing to do with it. That's like if a nigga come up to attack your girl or rob her, put a gun to her. You not gonna wait for her to look at you and say, somebody attacking me, for you to attack. Your natural instinct as an alpha, especially an alpha, is to go straight for her. Straight like that. I ain't waiting for her to approve, nigga. You attack my girl. Come on, bro. Stop that. That man, if he was really on there, if I'm going to take that approach, yeah. And sit back down and keep going on with the show. And y'all would have found out 3 weeks later that was a real slap. Yes, I did slap the fuck out of Chris Rock for playing with me and my bitch. And whatever happened with August Alsina, September, October, whatever the fuck their name is, nigga, I still chose to be with her. And I'm letting niggas know, if you do that shit in my face, I'm slapping the fuck out you. I ain't gotta scream or yell, keep my wife's name out. I ain't gotta tell you to keep my wife's name out your mouth because I just slapped the piss out you. Now you know.
Right. Yeah. I would say with that being said, man, shout out to your social media, let them know where they can find you at.
Instagram at Foolie Mane, FOOLIEMANE DPE at Foolie Mane DPE. Facebook is Foolie Mane. Twitter at Foolie Mane DPE. Like I say, man, everything Foolie Mane DPE, man, fuck with me.